What's up, guys? Hello. I'm here with my good friend Keith. Nice to see you, buddy. How are you doing tonight, homie?
Can't hear you.
Oh, here. Sorry about that. Let me see. Hmm. Sorry, guys. We're having some technical
Yo,
difficulty.
Misha,
Yes. Can you hear me now?
I
Yes.
can't hear you.
Nope. Let me see. Hold on, guys. Um. Hmm. Let me check your microphone real quick. Okay.
Say something again.
Yeah. Okay. Now, can you hear me fine? Yeah. No. Hold on. Let me see here. I'm gonna do this here. All right, now can you hear me? No.
I I can hear you now. I had to
Okay.
switch it on my end to the Bluetooth right there.
Okay.
Cool.
Cool. All right, guys. No problem. No problem. Hi, I'm Misha. I'm here with my good friend Keith. Nice to see you. Nice to see you, bro. Glad that you're here.
Deal, man. What's the
Yeah.
deal? Glad to be here.
And bro,
Man.
I'm so excited to go out to Norfolk with you and just to shoot a ton of stuff. It's honestly gonna be great. So yeah, I
I'm
can't wait.
excited, man. It's been a long time since we done a project together, man.
Yeah, man.
So,
Yeah, that definitely has. Nice to see you, Sanchez. Nice to see you, buddy.
mhm.
Glad to have you here today, buddy. So yeah, I'm gonna just start off with some of these questions, and we will
Cool.
get going. All right. So tell me like more about like so we've known each other since high school. We've known each other for a long time.
All right.
How did you get started in kind of wanting to produce your own tracks and your own songs?
Well, I mean, it all kind of started in high school in Mr. Meyer's class.
Yeah.
It was kind of challenged by the I guess trying to get the good grade and trying to figure out, yeah, how can I get a good grade in TV production and instead of with TV production with the music side of it. So that's kind of where it started. Just wanted to try to figure out how I can do that. Oh, thank you.
True.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
My order just came through. But
So
yeah, I mean,
yeah.
and then it just kind of graduated at that point. I went to the Norfolk State.
Mhm.
Just getting more and more people wanting to record music and then kind of looking at me like a platform for it. You
Mhm.
know, it just grew from there.
Yeah. It did. And I think a lot of us started out from there. That's kind of how things
Hmm.
snowballed and grew from there. But yeah, who were some of your favorite artists when you were younger?
When I was younger,
Yeah.
listened to a lot of Michael Jackson.
Oh yeah.
I listened to a lot of my first. If you remember the little Walkmans, the CD players, the Walkmans,
Yeah.
my first
Yeah.
album that I ever had, well, somebody purchased it for me and gave me the Walkman, was Michael Jackson Invincible. That was
Wow.
my very first album. And
That's
then, I
great.
mean, and then growing up, so I listened to a lot of gospel. I listened to a lot of
Mhm.
like Fred Hammond. So my mother, she was a gospel choir leader for a lot of churches. So she would
Yeah.
play a lot of gospel singers like Fred Hammond and Kurt Franklin and
All good artists.
Marvin
Yeah.
Sapp. Yeah. So that was
Yeah.
during the early adolescence age, like around middle school, I started listening to a lot of Lil Wayne,
Mhm.
a lot of Wayne. Listened to it was a lot of Wayne, a lot of Wayne.
Yeah.
Listened to a
Um.
little Currency and Wiz,
Uh-huh.
in the
Do
early age.
you remember that one project we had in school where we had to make a music video and I made one from that Drake song?
Uh-huh. Yeah, I
I don't know
remember.
if you remember that one, but yeah. Um yeah, and that's what I've always liked about you. Just
Mhm.
you've always been so kind to me. You're just a very genuine person, very down to earth. But like how has your style kind of evolved as you gotten older?
Well, That's a broad question.
Yeah.
I guess looking at myself then and looking at myself now, I could see I gained a lot of wisdom.
Okay.
Just a lot more life experiences that's transpired, and just being able to funnel it through the music, and then
Yeah.
plus, I guess studying the music so much, like
Mm-hmm.
studying it and practicing the craft, it just evolved like a Pokemon. Man.
Yeah. And
just
for
it.
me, I think what I was always so drawn to how you guys could write your own music is
Mhm.
because I compose my own stuff for my films and my shorts and stuff like that. But I always
Right.
admire people who can write songs and can write genuine lyrics very well. How do you normally think of that stuff?
I mean, just the topics, man. The
Yeah.
things about life, what transpires, what inspires me.
Yeah.
Just what I just witnessed, what I've seen,
Mhm.
and just figuring out how to put it on paper.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, like I'm I started out gospel, started out with a gospel label when I remember when we was in high school, and I was
Yeah,
doing the
yeah.
gospel rap, and then it
Uh-huh.
kind of transitioned into more of a reality rap. But then
Yeah,
the
yeah.
more that I grew, the more wisdom that I've obtained, I learned how to funnel the reality with the gospel.
Mhm.
So
And
that's
so
kind of where I'm at with it now.
exactly. And so when you write your songs, do you write the lyrics first or do you get the beats down first?
Um, I get the beat first, more so the beat.
Okay.
Sometimes like just off
Yeah.
random days. I'll just figure some like about 4 or 5, 6 bars just randomly. I'm like, well, I gotta write that down,
Yeah.
and
And
then I will
yeah.
hear a beat and then just let it go with that.
Mhm.
So
And so that leads into my next question is that do you like have a notepad or do you just put all your lyrics in your phone and just kind of do it that way or do you just kind of just think of them?
all in my phone, man.
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
All in the phone.
Cool, cool, cool.
I haven't written a lyric on a piece of paper.
Yeah.
Well, I take that back. When I joined the army not too long ago, and
Okay.
I was going through basic training, I would just write raps down on paper. But before
Yeah.
that, man, I haven't wrote a lyric on paper since middle school.
Yeah, I didn't know you joined the army, man. Wow.
Yeah, bro, I joined the army not too long. I had to get out, unfortunately,
Yeah.
but just moving on to bigger and better things.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um
Army was
and
cool though, man.
yeah, so when so how do you like your style normally to be represented and like wow I'm just that I see a lot of your posts online on social media. You got this very clean cut look now. It's very
hmm
professional and I think it's great. What kind of led you to transition to that style more?
Um, it's my circle of influence. The people
Yeah.
I hang around now.
Mhm.
The fraternity I joined. Just my older frat brothers. Just the way they carried themselves, and I
Yeah.
just admire how they moved, and how they were
Mhm.
clean cut, and the suits they wore, and how they just handled business. So I guess when I saw that, I just wanted to become that, and then eventually, you know, that transpired. So.
Yeah, yeah, and so I know I can see it. I know other people can see it.
hmm
I think it's a very good style for you. I think it's very clean. I think it's very presentable. So I think you got a good thing there. Um,
Right.
so as far as like making music videos go and stuff, so we're gonna kind of break this into two parts. So like whenever you want to do a music video, whether you make it yourself or you get someone like me to help you make one, um, what what is your process for like wanting to do something like that? You normally watch music videos and get ideas that way?
Yeah, I kind of watch. Guess what is uh popular for the time being.
Yeah.
Just trying to see, the algorithms of other people, and I guess just kind of trying to see like how they're doing their videos now. Trying to see
Mm-hmm.
what's gonna be hot when it releases, right?
Yeah.
And I kind of just take that and say, yo, we got to do something like this with this song,
Yeah. And
something like
talk
this.
yeah, and talk about what's hot kind of thing. Is like, do you tend to
Hmm.
follow trends, or do you just kind of not care about that stuff?
Well, I don't necessarily follow trends, man. I'm more so like try to follow what makes sense, you know,
Yeah.
because a lot of trends, man, they're gonna be here.
Yeah.
They here today and gone tomorrow. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
if it makes sense, appreciate you, big dog. If it makes sense, man, I say let's run with it. Let's do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So like I guess out like through the years since you were younger, what is the biggest thing that you think has changed in the music industry today so far?
Uh, the way it's released, the
Yeah.
way people release music,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
man, you can just wake up tomorrow, record a song, and just drop it. Back then, it was a process, man. It was like gatekeepers, man. So
Yeah. Yeah, definitely was kind of the same for my side of things too. Things have changed a lot more. Things are a lot more instantaneous nowadays. Which I think that's a good thing. I know there's some people
I think my
who
headset went out.
wish.
Hold on.
Okay, okay, that's fine.
can you hear me?
Yes, yep, I can hear you just fine.
Okay, I can hear you now.
Yep.
I can hear you now. I can hear
Okay,
you.
cool. But yeah, like I was saying, is that I know some people aren't a big fan of the new, and some people prefer the old. And I think it's good. I think it's good that people can get out their art so quickly nowadays. Um,
Right.
but yeah, so how do you get through artistic blocks? Like when you're trying to think of a song and you can't get all the words down and it's just not coming together. What helps you get through that?
Yeah, a lot of things. A lot of things, man. Um, one main thing I do like to do though is I like to, I guess, take the time, grab a cigar, grab a nice bourbon, smoke,
Yeah.
listen to the beat, and
Mm-hmm.
then I guess whenever I feel like it's like I come to a stopping point, I ask some friends or ask somebody that I feel like would appreciate this song. Yo, what do you feel like is needed next? And then I guess hearing what they would say, I just kind of take it and be like, okay, let me maneuver this song in this direction. You know, but
Yeah.
that's one of my biggest things that I do to try to get rid of writer's block.
Uh-huh. And my next question kind of pertains to that. And this is more like a personal question for me, is how long does it take you to make a full album? Like what and just that what
Wow.
yeah, yeah. So like how long would that whole process take to make a whole thing of songs?
Man, I done made projects 30 days. I made
Okay.
projects in 3 years, man. Just three,
Okay.
4 years sitting on it. But I guess it all just kind of comes with the theme.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the recording process of it doesn't take that long. Like, it just kind of comes second nature at this point.
Okay.
But I guess
Yeah.
the mixing, the mastering, I guess making everything sound listener ready and
Okay.
appreciated. I think
Yeah.
that's what kind of holds up the process, man.
Yeah.
You
And
don't want
so
to just deliver something to a crowd and it
yeah.
doesn't hit hard. You know what I'm saying? You got to hit, man.
Yeah,
Well,
and so during that process, do you normally show your friends part of the songs as you're
hmm
developing it? Okay. Okay, cool.
I do.
Cool.
I know.
And
I get
so
opinion. I get a lot of opinions.
good,
I think I
good.
get too many opinions at times. Man. I feel like
Okay.
certain opinions shouldn't even have been an opinion,
Okay.
but
All right.
I guess my excitement, because I'd be so excited, I'd be wanting people to hear it, and
Yeah.
it being impatient.
Well, I mean, I think all feedback is good. I just said I think it's important that you hear good feedback and some of the negative feedback too. But yeah,
Right.
what software do you normally use?
Uh, Pro Tools,
Okay, yeah, that's what a
Pro
lot of
Tools.
people use. Yeah, yeah. I don't think we learned that when we were in school. I think
Yeah,
we
now we
used
didn't learn Pro Tools. We use
no.
Adobe.
Yeah,
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 remember them Adobe days. I mean, I still use Adobe because I use
yeah,
Premiere Pro
yeah, yeah,
when I
yeah.
edit my videos sometimes.
Cool,
Mm.
cool, cool. Yeah. What about Pro
You do you still use
Tools?
Premiere Pro?
I do like not as much now. Right now, I'm like in between Final Cut and I use CapCut. But I do still use
Yeah,
Adobe from like time to time. But yeah,
a lot of
um,
people has gone to Final Cut, man. That
yeah,
is
yeah,
crazy.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
I never thought that we would see the day that no, like real professionals are not using Premiere Pro anymore. Like
yeah, yeah.
that's crazy.
It's become a lot more commonplace. I remember when we were in school, there wasn't a single professional that I knew that was like using Final Cut. So, but now it seems like a
Right.
lot of people are. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mm.
Um, but tell me, like, what do you like about Pro Tools better than like something like Adobe software?
Well, first when I started using Pro Tools, it was for their plugins. I like
Okay.
their plugins were a lot better, and I guess it was a lot easier to use the plugins.
Mm-hmm.
But then that's when I started purchasing more and more plugins, more different sounds, and those plugins that I was purchasing, those Wave plugins I was purchasing,
Mm-hmm.
they was compatible to Adobe softwares. But at that point, I'm like, I'm all in with Pro Tools. Now I get the Pro Tools plugins and the Wave plugins. I'm good here, man. I
Yeah.
know it's gonna make my vocals sound crispy clear.
Good.
Let's just
Good.
say that. You know what I'm
Um,
saying?
what has been your biggest thing you've learned so far in the music business? What's been like the most monumental thing that you've learned?
Biggest thing I learned: do
Yeah.
it yourself.
Okay.
Do it
That's
yourself,
good.
man. Don't wait
Yeah.
on nobody. Don't wait on nobody to do something for you. Learn how
Uh-huh.
to do it yourself, man. Even if it's something to where it's like you can't physically do it yourself. I can't physically hold the camera up and you know what I mean. Well, I could, but I don't think it's gonna come out with the vision I wanted to come out of. But
Yeah.
still, if anything, like hire somebody. You know what I'm saying,
Mm-hmm.
put somebody on the payroll. You drop somebody a little check, sock it to their pocket like a rocket. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, and just bring that vision, that dream that you have to come to life, man. You gotta do it yourself.
Yeah. And I would
Right.
like to say hi to a few people here. Nice to see you, Slim. Nice to see you, buddy. Nice to see you, Miss Garcia. We got a few people popping in here, and normally
Ooh.
I get more people.
I don't think I see anybody on the. Hold on, let me try to switch it
Um,
up.
here, I don't know if I made that for
I
you or
think I
not.
kind of see it now.
Okay,
Kind of see
but
it.
yeah. My next question is pertains to like what exactly what would you tell younger people nowadays if they wanted to start doing this?
Oh man, I mean, I would just tell them go for it, man. Don't think about it. Don't think too hard about it. You know, music changed my life, man, and
Yeah.
the things around it changed my life. You know,
Mm-hmm.
so I feel like it was able to impact me at a younger age. I know it's gonna be able to impact somebody else at a younger age. You know,
Yeah. And I think nowadays, during our times, I think we need very influential people to make really high quality music. For me, there's
right?
a lot of songs out there that I don't like. I don't like the themes or what they're trying to push. But that's what I've always liked about your songs. Your songs are very real. They're very genuine, and I think we
Um,
need a lot more of that nowadays.
it's hard to get
And
that though, man. I feel like
yeah,
it's still like low key gatekeepers that still be trying to push a negative narrative, man.
yeah,
Trying to
yeah,
figure out how we could. get some good gatekeepers up in there. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? Some real
definitely.
ones. All right,
Yeah.
man. But
What has been the biggest thing that you think that has shaped you into the person that you are today?
uh, the biggest thing, God,
God, yeah.
all credit to the Most High, my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. You
Mm-hmm.
know, just Him pulling me out of bad situations. You know, and then at times, you know, Him throwing me in the fire and making me a better man. And being
Yeah.
there with me while I'm in the fire and then showing me the lesson that was needed to be learned. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's it right there. Nothing
Yeah.
but God.
Yeah, and I know there's a lot of that in your lyrics as well, and just that I can tell that God's been a big influence on you
Hmm.
and in your craft, which I think that's such a great thing. Um,
Yeah, man.
so I my next question is that you and I have worked together before.
Hmm.
What do you value most about our partnerships that we've done before?
Uh, it's authentic. It's
Yeah.
authentic. It's like a day one thing. It's like from the
Okay.
beginning. You
Yeah.
know, I feel like, because I mean, seeing you just being on this live with you, bro, just brings so much nostalgia, man.
Great, man.
Like
Bro, I'm so glad to hear
it
that.
brings it brings me back to a place. I'm sitting here thinking about, well, which program don't I still use Adobe? No, I don't use Adobe no more. Which program do I use? I use Pro
Right.
Tools now. But just because I'm
Yeah.
with you is like I'm thinking. I feel like we still back in Mr. Myers' class, man.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so
And so
yeah,
we're
just
both a lot older now. Hopefully, we're
yeah,
both
man.
a lot wiser. And yeah, it's just great. I'm so pumped because the camera I got here, that's the
Uh,
camera that we're gonna
the
use. It's
GoPro.
no, that's a DJI, and it's kind of
Oh
like a
yeah,
gimbal camera. This thing
uh
is just so cool, dude. This thing,
huh, uh huh.
man, I have never used a camera that can shoot so well at nighttime. You're gonna get some fantastic shots. So
Oh
yeah,
yeah, I'm excited, man.
yeah, man,
I'm
yeah,
excited to see
I am
what you
too.
you are about to do to this song, man. It's been a minute. This is one of the this song
Yeah,
right here. I was like, somebody that has to like know what they're actually doing, has to see the vision, has to
yeah,
shoot this one, man.
yeah. And so I
So
know this was a long time coming. Keith and I were talking about this. I think back in like November. I think
yeah, I'm about to say it had to
last
be a
year.
good
Yeah.
5 6 months, man.
Yeah, so this has been in development for a very, very long time, guys. I'm just glad that
Yeah,
we're here and that we're about to do this, and yeah, it's
making
gonna
it
be great.
work, man. What else you
I,
working on? What else you working on, bro? I know you working on
man,
something.
dude, I'm doing so much stuff now. I'm doing a lot of the
Uh,
IRL live streaming, so I'll go to like different events and I'll like live stream stuff nowadays. So that's mainly what I've
you
been
ain't working
doing.
on no movies?
Not as much with the movies, man. Just that they're a lot harder to kind of get off the ground, but I've been enjoying all
Mhm.
the live streaming stuff. So yeah, 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 yeah.
Right, man. I remember you was really into the movies back then, man. You was
Oh
really trying
yeah,
to put movies together. Uh-huh.
yeah. And I still want to get another movie off the ground someday, but I've been enjoying like doing my podcast and doing the stuff we're doing
Mhm.
now. So yeah, yeah, yeah. It's been good, man. It's been good. God's been good to me, bro. So I've been very, very busy with a bunch of stuff.
Right.
Let's talk about how you meet people, how you make your connections. I'm sure things have changed a lot since back then, but what is the most important part of trying to network and trying to build that 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 audience for
Well, just
yourself?
kind of being outside,
Yeah.
like I said, being around my frat brothers,
Mm-hmm.
being around my godson and my mentees, just being around, you know.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the
Okay.
most authentic thing, you know.
Yeah. And
But,
so do you think social media helps you a lot to like promote yourself?
mhm.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
social media helps. Social media
Um,
helps a lot.
do you think Facebook helps or do you think Instagram helps more? What platform is probably the
And
best?
I'm still trying to figure out which social media platform works out the best because it just seems like I just get different reviews on different platforms, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's like with certain songs I post, and I post something on Facebook, I get a reaction on Instagram, a
Uh-huh.
lot better reaction on Instagram. Certain stuff I post on Instagram, I get a bigger reaction on Facebook. Certain stuff I post on TikTok or Instagram, I get a better reaction on TikTok. So I'm still trying to figure out like which platform should I be using the most. So, but yeah, man, I honestly, I had an idea like some years back to come up with my own app. There's my own apps where I can upload all my music, all my content, all my pictures, all my videos on my own. So all the reactions I get from TikTok and Facebook and Instagram and all that can just come
Hmm.
straight into that one app, man.
Yeah.
But the way the budget is looking, still Poe.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Still a Poe man.
I know, but man, you
Nah,
just I will say that you present yourself very nice though man. That's the one thing I really gotta give you some
thank
very
you, man.
mad props for is that you do present yourself very well. So,
Thank
um,
you.
yeah, and so if you could go back and you can give your younger self one piece of advice, what would that be?
Mm. So I asked myself that question not too long ago, and I was stumped because I could tell my younger self 1,001 things, but it's like if it's just that one thing, I would just say continue to be a student.
Okay, yeah, that's a good
Just
answer. Yeah.
continue to learn. You have a lot more learning to do, and it's certain things you are not going to get immediately because you are still a student.
Yeah.
But yeah, just you know, continue to learn. That's what I would say. That's what I
Hmm.
tell my younger self.
And so for younger people out there, should they should they focus more on their lyrics for their songs first, or should they focus more on the beats and how to craft the song first before they put the words into it?
Um, I don't know. It all depends on the artist.
Yeah.
All depends on the younger person. To be real,
Uh-huh.
if some people I know they could just off rip just with lyrics on any beat. They can just go with no beat. And some people I know that they need to hear a beat. They need to actually, I guess, craft the song around hearing what they heard. But
Yeah.
I mean, my advice to any younger person that wants to do this though is don't mess around with it. Don't play around. Like when you're
Yeah.
in the studio, it's go time. Time to work. I'm
Yeah.
saying
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
don't be going up in it. You know how much time you got. But we got 2 hour session, a 4 hour session, however much time, and we not gonna waste no time in the studio. Like if you know you get a 2 hour session, make sure that you have your beat ready. Make sure you have your lyrics ready. Make sure you know how you want to say it, and
Mhm.
then let's go in here and do it. We're not gonna waste no time. We
Yeah.
got a 4 hour session. You might have a little extra window to kind of, I guess, figure out the directions you want to go in certain songs, but still, let's not waste no time. Let's not play no games. It's go time, man. It's time to work.
Yeah.
A lot of
Yeah.
these
Yeah.
a lot of these younger kids, or these younger artists, they come into the studio and think they can just, well, I just came in the studio. I figured that's but I understand that's the first step. I like that. I like that step. Now let's graduate from that step into when you come into the studio the next time, make sure you know, okay, these are the beats that I didn't heard before. And these are the beats that I potentially want to rhyme on. This is the beat I know for a fact I want to hop on. I came in here with a binder full of lyrics. This is what I want to say. Now we're gonna figure out which beat I'm gonna say it to. I'm gonna just go on in the microphone in the booth and just do it. You
Right.
know, so
What
let's not
advice
waste
would
no
you
time.
uh-huh. And so what advice would you give to people who are nervous about being on the mic?
Um, can't be nervous, man. Can't
Yeah.
be. You know, it's barbecue or mildew at that point. You
Right?
know, but
Yeah.
I mean, just find a happy place.
Uh-huh.
Find your happy place. That's it. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah, yeah.
find what makes you comfortable.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah, that's very true. I think my last question I'm gonna ask you here is our world is just always changing, Keith, and so I know we've both seen that as we've gotten older. Um, what what would you tell people 10 years from now that you probably have not learned right now where you are?
Wait, ask that question again. What I tell people
Sorry.
10 years from now?
Yeah, yeah. So like so
So
imagine
what
10
I tell
years from now, what do you think you would tell people that was most important about doing
was most
this?
important.
Yeah.
Uh, that 10 years ago, I was doing this to impact lives.
Okay.
I was doing this trying to be inspirational,
Mhm.
and next thing you know, we all became superheroes because we survived COVID.
Yep.
Everybody thought we were dying, so you know, I was just trying to inspire people to live a better life because you never know when you go and go. So, you know, 10 years ago, and then I guess I would tell people 10 years down the line that I probably would have never saw myself here 10 years ago.
True. Yeah.
Wherever I'm at, I probably would have never saw myself here because I don't know where I'm. I don't. It's like I got direction, but sometimes you might have to take some detours, man.
Right. Because
Sometimes,
10 years ago you didn't even have a family yet, I don't
yeah,
think.
you're right. Yeah, 10 years ago, I didn't have a son. You know, I got a 4-year-old now, so I'm sitting here like 10 years. I didn't know I was gonna have a 4-year-old 10 years later. You
Yeah.
know, I figured I was gonna be a father, but I didn't know how that was gonna look. You
Mhm.
know,
Yeah.
10 years later, sitting here like I never thought I'd be.
Yeah, yeah. And so you know what, man, I'm just very proud of you. I've been seeing everything you've been doing, and I'm excited about our new collaboration we're going to be doing soon,
Thanks,
and
man.
I'm just
We
very
got we got to
excited.
do these movies again, man. You got to get
Yeah.
me on one of your movies. We got to figure
Okay.
out a way where we can get a movie out because I want to start acting, man. I want to
Okay,
act
great.
too. So
Okay.
you might be that
Sweet.
lane that I need to start acting, man.
Sweet. Well, I didn't know that. That's fantastic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bro. I want to start acting. And now we do more, projects, more music videos together, man. I want to start putting them little short films and the videos, man.
Sure. Yeah,
You know,
man.
do a little funny little
Absolutely.
short film real quick and then go back to the music,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Absolutely, absolutely.
definitely.
I'm just so thankful. But yeah, Keith, man, I'm glad that I can have some time to talk to you today. I'm so glad you came on. This is going live on YouTube right now and on my Facebook, and then you'll be tagged on those as well,
Mhm.
Keith. So yeah, thank you so much, man.
Yeah, man. Tag me so I can tell the world, man.
Sure. Yeah, man.
Thank you
Absolutely,
for
brother.
having me, bro. Thank you for making this come to life, man. You
Yeah,
know,
man. No problem, buddy. All right, guys.
definitely.
I am Misha. I'm here with my good friend Keith, and I will see you in the next one. Okay, bye.